everyone and welcome to a different style of video. Today I am going to be doing a more of a tutorial style video on a game that I love and a franchise that I love to play. What I'm going to be doing is starting a new world on this game, creating videos on it and explaining bit by bit in each video on how to play the game. And I want to spread that love of the game and knowledge onto you guys. The game that we're going to be playing today, and I'm going to be doing a video on, is Farming Simulator 22. I think I want to make a series out of this game, and I just want to explain every bit and aspect of the game. Make people play this game more, because I see that it just gets kind of flown over their head. People would just rather play a different game. And I feel like this game is really good just to play by yourself or with a mate. So let's get started. I'm gonna create my save. So we're gonna go ahead and pick our difficulty and our save. So we have three options: easy, medium, hard, and the easy difficulty is new farmer. And what this difficulty does is it gives you a little plot of land and a bunch of machines to get started, and you get like a decent amount of money to start with, and you go from there. You've pretty much got it all set up for you. Then you've got farm manager medium, which is where the game gives you a lot of money but you have nothing. No land, no machines, no anything, so you have to buy everything by hand. Then we go on to the hard difficulty, which is start from scratch, which you get almost half the money you get in a farm manager, and you have to buy your stuff again without having anything from the start. And the reason it's harder from farm manager is because you get half the money. But because I want to do a tutorial series on this, I don't really want to focus too much on shopping from the start of the game. So what I'm going to do is do new farmer and select a map. I've got 4 maps here. I've got the 3 standard default maps, and I've got a Polish map here. What I'm going to be doing is picking the map Elm Creek, because I've already played these 2 maps, so Elm Creek's going to be a little bit new for me. And let's start off with the gameplay. Okay, so it's finally loaded, and we have here our character. I've already done some modifications on him. He's got his John Deere outfit going, but we don't really care about the outfit. And we're not going to take the short guide, because that's what I'm going to be doing today. So over here we have our farm. I'm going to go on the map real quick to just show you guys what's going on. So as you can see, this whole plot of land is ours, and we've got this kind of area here to work with. We've also got 3 bits of land here, number 44, 45 and 46. And we've got a little house here, and I think that's a silo. No, that's a silo, and that's... what's that? Hold on. Yeah, that's a silo. Well, that's a barn, okay. So let's walk around here and explore a little bit. So here we have our combine harvester, which harvests our crops. We have our header. Let's switch over to our vehicle. So this is the combine harvester. We've got our John Deere here with the cultivator. Another John Deere with a weight at the front and is that a sower or a seeder? I can't remember which one you say. It's a seeder, yeah. Okay, so we got that. Then we switch over and we've got a massive Ferguson tractor with a trailer, and we've got a car, and that's pretty much it. So we have 1 car, 1 combine harvester, and 3 tractors, which is pretty good for a starter farm. So how farming works, it's more of a cycle game. What you do is, a lot of the game is repeated. You do a lot of the same stuff over and over again, but it does get better. You do get more money, you do upgrade your machines and get more plots of land, get animals and stuff like that. This game is more of a cam game. It's more of a play in the background kind of... You can even play this game when you're watching a movie, because that's how cam it is. It's just, you don't do much. You kind of just go back and forth and stuff like that. But how farming works is it's got steps, and to earn money, which is the main goal in this game, is to earn money, be rich, you need to follow these steps. So first, what you do is you plant your crop with the seeder. Then you go on to fertilize and take care of the crops. Then you go and harvest the crop. Next, you go and sell the crop at a selling point. You need to cultivate the field to get it ready to seed again, and then it just loops round, and you do the exact same thing over and over again. What we're going to do today is, I'm going to do the basic work that the game has given me over here. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to do the starting jobs, As you can see, there's three fields here that I have to take care of. I have to seed over there, harvest over here, and cultivate over here. So I'm going to do that whilst talking a little bit about the game. Yeah, so let's hop into one of the tractors. Let's hop into this one first. So we're going to go and attach this cultivator, and we're going to attach the front weight. And as you can see right now, I've got, in the top left hand corner, I've got like a screen with a help window to help me press the right buttons to do certain things. And you can see a little tractor in the top left hand corner, and you can see attachment on the front and attachment on the back. The attachment on the front is this weight over here, the black one, and the one in the back is the cultivator. And what I need to do is I need to select the right tool, and in the window that's G. So I'm going to select the right tool, and now it's switched, and now I can lower my cultivator, because if I switch my tool again, it will just say lower the weight, which I don't really want to do. I actually want to lower the cultivator. So I'm going to lower the cultivator, and I'm going to start cultivating my field. And cultivator is actually one of the most simple machines in the game, because the only thing you need to do is just put it down on the floor and it will do everything for you. It's not mechanical or anything. It's honestly just a little bit of metal mixing up the dirt from the last harvest. And as I said before, I'm going to make this series episodic, so I want to cover every single aspect of the game and explain it to you guys, and along the journey I will learn a lot of stuff as well, because I don't know everything about the game. I know a lot, but I don't know everything. So you're gonna learn as much as I will in this series. And the main goal here is I'm going to try and probably either just get a lot of money, or just like buy every plot of land or something, I'm not sure. And I'm going to be doing a lot of off-camera work as well. I'm not going to repeat a lot of the stuff that I'll be making. So for example, me cultivating here, I won't feature that maybe in a video again, because it's just boring. You don't want to see the same thing over and over again. And as I said, this game is a cycle game, so you don't want to watch me do the same thing over and over again. What I can say about this game as well is it's one of the more satisfying games I've ever played. Just changing the plot of land is a bit more satisfying. Like, you can just see the graphics here working away. Something about it is just spectacular, you know. Something about growing your own land as well, and growing your own crop, upgrading your farm and including animals, helping out neighbors. It's something like, it's almost the same thing as Minecraft in a way, because Minecraft is a very similar game. Other than the whole farming aspect, Minecraft's a very multiplayer game. You help out people, you grow your own empire, you kind of try and complete the game. There's not really a completion goal in Minecraft, just like for this game. But nonetheless, it's kind of more of a high score type of game. How much you can play and just get more and more rich. I actually started my farming journey on Farming 19, so I'm actually a pretty new player to this, and I actually didn't play a lot of Farming 19 myself. I only done like the basic stuff, but really in Farming 22 I started playing a lot. A lot has changed since Farming 19 as well in this game, so maybe that's why I wanted to change a little bit. Okay, so I finished cultivating this field. I'm not going to be bothered to do that little strip. So I'm just going to leave this cultivator here. I'm going to park it nicely here. Cute, there you go. And I'm going to leave this tractor, and I'm going to go over to the seeder. So I'm at the seeder now. I'm going to hop into the tractor and carry both the weight and the seeder here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to... Oh, I've already highlighted the seeder. Okay, so the right tool is selected. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up, and this is a bit more difficult than the cultivator. So what you need to do is you need to first unfold the seeder. You need to press X. That was just it. And what you need to do now is select the type of crop that you want to plant. So I'm going to select, you either have wheat, barley, oat, canola, soybeans, sorghum, oilseed radish, grass, and back to wheat. There is more crop types, but that's with a different type of seeder. That's with a planter, and that's a completely different machine, but it does the same thing. It just plants the seed, and that's more for like potatoes, beetroots, sunflowers, and more. But this is more for grain plants. Let's go for barley because that's what I want to do. And what we're going to do is we're going to lower the seeder, V, and we're going to turn on the seeder. Oh, okay. So, I forgot to talk about this. So, as you can see there, you saw it said this fruit can't be planted in August. That's because I have the option of this seasonal growth. This is a chart that dictates when you can plant and when you can harvest crops. And I forgot to turn this section off. I'm going to talk about it more in a different episode. So, we're going to go back and we're going to lower the seeder. Let's see how it... Okay. So, as you can see, I'm seeding at the moment, and in the bottom right hand corner, I'm losing a little bit of seeds as I plant more and more. The difference isn't massive here. You can see this is the bit that's cultivated on the right, and on the left it's seeded because it's got like these like tunnel texture kind of thing. You can actually get yourself in this game a seeder and a cultivator in one, but I wouldn't recommend getting that because those types of seeders recommend a lot of horsepower, which is power that your tractor has to push or pull, and those ones require a lot. It's because it's two machines at once that you're trying to carry with the tractor. For the seeder, you can actually use these things called ridge markers, which kind of help plant the next bit or the next lane. I don't really use them, but maybe I should start using them because they are useful in some ways. So I'm gonna switch to the I'm gonna switch to the other one, like that, and I'm gonna start doing this and seeing if it actually helps. I'm not sure. I think what the ridge markers do is it just shows you when you need to drive the next time around, and that's when, because right now I can see where I'm going, but in the first person view I can't see if I'm going the right way or if I'm going close enough to the actual planted seed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over, that's the ridge marker which I've already done, and I'm going to switch to first person view, which is C. There you go. And what I need to do now is just drive along the path that I made with the ridge marker, and that should just make it simple. And I think that's what it's used for. I'm not entirely sure, and that way you don't really miss a beat. Good thing about farming is as well, this game is so calm that you could just chuck on music and just do the job. It's just such a chill experience. And there's actually a radio that you can put on in your tractor, but I wouldn't really recommend it. It's more country music, so I'd maybe put on some Spotify, get that rolling in the background. I'm gonna turn off the ridge markers for now because I don't really like playing in first person mode, but maybe some of you like to do that, so you can do that when you're playing. What I also want to do in the future is buy myself a steering wheel that's specifically made for a farming simulator, so I can maybe do videos with a steering wheel to get everything hooked up, button layout and everything, and make it really cool. I could just drive about here doing a little maneuver. Oh, as you can see here, I actually have crop destruction turned on, which is when you just drive into the field and destroy your plants. You don't want to do that, so we're gonna have to watch out. I do have it turned on because I just want a little bit more realism into the game. What I'm gonna do in the next episode, I think, is I'm gonna talk about fertilization and lime and how you can use that to increase your overall crop and just more money at the end of the day. Okay, so I've done my seeding now, and I'm gonna park this tractor over at the first field we done in today's episode because that one was just cultivated and we can start seeding on it again. But I'll do that in off camera. I'll start seeding this. But now we're gonna go over to the combine harvester and start harvesting our crop. And as you can see, this is now wheat. And don't worry if you've got a different screen than mine on the bottom right hand corner. The extra information is just a mod that I installed that tells you a little bit more about the field and what it has. And as you can see, it says growth, ready to harvest, owned by me, just a bunch of information. And it doesn't have 100% yield bonus, which means we don't have extra crop. We only have 38% or whatever, but it's fine. So we have here a combine harvester, and this is a machine that collects your crop. And what you need to do is you need to unfold the harvester first, which I just done, and you need to turn on the combine harvester, and it's a bit more simpler than the seeder. You just have to drive forward and collect the crop, and as you can see, it nicely collects it for us. And behind us is all the straw from the rest of the plant, because as you can see, the plant is at the top of the stem, so the rest of the stem is just like straw that you can use for animals or bales in the future. And I can actually you can actually see in my top left hand corner it says disable straw swath, and that just means you can destroy the straw that I'm making behind, which does this. Hold on, there you go, and it just destroys it and it just spreads it across the thing. You can't really do anything with that, but you can do with the straw that I was doing before. And I'm gonna keep the straw because I feel like it'll be handy for later use. And I must say as well, the start of farming is always the hardest. You've got no money and you have to do a lot of work to get stuff going. And what I'll be doing is looking for some passive income for the next episode, some sort of passive income, so we can get some money in our bank account without us doing anything. But that's going to cost us a little bit more money, so after this wheat that I'm going to harvest, I'm going to invest in that. We won't get an awful lot for this crop, mainly because we didn't get extras like yield bonus, and yield bonus is just the more care you take over your field and the more fertilized it is and the more lime it has, the more crop you'll get at the end of the day. And the field wasn't taken care of very well, so we won't get as much money for this crop as I thought. So, I'm on the last bit here. What I need to talk about as well is the timing of selling your crop, because it's very important that you sell the crop at the right month to get the most money. And there's a tab on the main menu in this bit right here, this chart. It says prices for 1,000 liters, and here you can see every crop type that there is in this game. There's so much, but it shows you all the stuff, and beside it says storage and how much you have of that crop. Right now we don't have anything because we haven't put it in a building yet, or a silo. But on the right, if let's say I go on wheat, it says all the places you can sell them at, and it shows you the buying price or the buying price of the crops, and you can actually go and show price fluctuations, and over here you can see when the crop is the highest. So you can see in January wheat is sold the highest for 1,223 euros, and it's the lowest in August at 825 euros. And what I found out is this chart is actually wrong, because I've seen a video about this YouTuber making a correct analysis on what crop is the highest selling point for every month, and it wasn't any of these months for any of these crops. It was completely wrong. But what I'm going to be doing is sticking to this anyway, because it's kind of how the game's meant to be played. It's going to be more simple if I just stick to it. So yeah, so I'm going to sell it in January, and right now it's August, so it's actually pretty close. So once you have harvested your crop, you have to put it somewhere to store it or sell it straight away. But we're not going to sell it straight away because it's not January yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to press O, which sticks out this pipe. We can actually put it straight into the trailer that we have here, and we're going to have to take the lid off the trailer, but we're going to have to attach this first and open cover. And now the crop goes into the trailer and it's going to fill it up straight away. Perfect. So now that it's done, we're going to go here and we're going to put this in a silo. And what a silo is just a storage container for all your crops. You can put this here to store it and leave it for the next month when it's good to sell stuff. Can we tip it on the right side? Yeah, we can. Okay, so we're going to tip this into the silo. Is it better to go a little bit forward? There you go. Perfect. And now you can see, if I go back into the menu, you can see 4,000 liters here, and that's what we have in our silo that we just poured in. And if I want to, it actually says, if I just quickly reverse back round, if I go completely underneath this, it will start saying start filling, and you can press this and get your crop back. I'm not going to do that yet though. And it's going to get it out that top pipe up there, and it's going to fill our trailer back up. But I'd say that is the fundamentals of farming. for the first episode. I'm going to go over a little bit more in the next episode on fertilization and maybe some passive income. And yeah, I think I'm going to end it here. I'm going to do a little bit of off-camera work on that field and maybe on that one over there. But other than that, I'm done for this today. Leave a comment. Tell me how you like this video. And I don't have an outro as usual. So I guess I'll see you later.